Some of you say you want to play Division One college soccer, but you don't really mean it. And what I mean by that is, in order for me to play college soccer, I had to be open to doing not only anything, but going anywhere. Some of you are like, I really want to go D1. And then maybe you get an offer, but it's in a school in Virginia that's really small. It is Division One, but maybe not a top program as of that year. And you say, well, I don't really know if I want that. And then you try and go for the bigger and bigger schools. And while you try and go for the bigger schools, you end up losing the opportunity you had to maybe play D1. If you are not playing ECNL or MLS Next, or if you are playing ECNL or MLS Next, girls side ECNL, boys side MLS Next, and you want to play D1, you have to do things and be willing to do things that others theoretically would not. So in my case, I moved from Malibu, the nicest place on freaking earth, potentially, to Valparaiso, Indiana, middle of nowhere, because I wanted to play D1 no matter what. I also had to explore outside of California because I wasn't really getting looked at in California. That eventually led to me doing very well, right environment, and then now obviously I'm playing as a professional soccer player. So for those of you who want to play D1, and you're not playing ECNL or MLS Next, the first thing you have to do is obviously create your video, but you need to go to ID camps that are Division 3 or NAI schools, individual ID camps, better yet. You could go to Exact or Future 500, but don't go thinking, I'm going to stand out to that Division 1 school, because if you go to these camps, the first thing the coaches are going to say is, I really like you, why don't you come to my individual camp, which is very frustrating, or they're going to say, we'd like to see you at a showcase. 90% of camps is to convince the coach to come to one of your games, which I know is really frustrating because you're like, I'm going to this camp, I'm going to get recruited. And really what it is, it's them coming to your game in the winter or some showcase that you're going to. That's why you're going to the camp ID. When you go to these ID camps, the reason that's what happens is because the coaches say, well, you did really well in this environment, but we don't really know how good these players are. They range at all levels. So now, since we saw you close up in person, we're going to spend some more time on you and we'll come to your showcase. What showcase are you going to? And if you're not going to college showcases, oh my gosh, it's really difficult to get recruited to Division I schools. So this is why it's important that when you do choose your ID camps, you go to ID camps that are Division 3, Division 2 first, particularly individual ones, get interest from them, and then after you've done that, then you can go attack the D1 schools. Otherwise, you'll be going to all these camps at D1 schools, and they'll just keep telling you, come, what showcase, send us your schedule, etc.